Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Reset. 19. Okay, we got Mike, number 4. Alert. 53. Twist. SOS.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They can't hang with us. Switch. Undercrush.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
He's mine. Check safety. Why?
Here's Watson. And this is Simpson with a catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Hey, check my stick. You don't want nothing.
A shotgun snap for Watson, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. 19. 53. Mike. 54. Watch the pass. Check 37.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Man, I got you. Jim. I'm to the floor.
Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The gain of 6 brings up 3rd and
1. This is it. 19. Check 53. Here we go. Switch. 49, check 49.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set. 19. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 11. Ain't no set. 54. We take a win, Tony. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check three. Alert. Out.
Watson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Where's that? 19. I got you. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Check. 3 points down. He's coming.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Get that quarterback. Play it. Deuce. Check 13. Hey, check.
A run for Nick Chubb. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Got a man open. It's Ross. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
They will run for the first time here with White. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
It's a gain of 5.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yeah. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On the double.
Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set. 19.
3. Mike. We own them. We own them.
36. 39.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Fresno. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Under 10. Under 59.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Check 99. Check. Crunch. 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 Rush in. Rush in. 31. Pick that. Pick that. 24. He's coming. 25. We got double up. Double up. Let's go.
On first down, Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Shift, shift. Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Let's bring it.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Alert. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, alert. 31.
Throwing on third down, Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
55, my God, 55. Hey. Let's go, you tighten up. Get it.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. That's the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Steve 6. Go.
Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 18 Gator. General West.
Twist. Check 31. Kill.
Leo. Rock it.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
58's the mic. Check.
24.
Check nickel.
Check. Line up, go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He's checking.
Hey, 31.
Cross.
Line up, go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 9.
Topper!
55, Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They go right back to White here on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Shoot.
From the 39, Allen. He completes this to Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Now White. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Good track. Hey, check right. Now. Watch the run.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. First down, here's White. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, I got him. That's me. Check. 54. 54.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And got his man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
18, 54.
Let's go. Begin.
24.
Slam.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
59.
You got tight right there.
54.
Check. Showing it.
59.
Lucky.
On 3rd down, it's Moore. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Get the ball. Check out.
55.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Let's get it.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
26.
Check Mike 11. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
59.
He's checking credit.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there, as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Slam.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because
that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 53 yards. On first down, White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Line him up. Switch. Line him up.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Undercut. Alert. You. 58, right? 59. Mike, 58, right there. They're not ready.
They run it again with Chubb. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let him know. Hey, 59. Get wide. Hey, side. Switch gears.
Now Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Bravo! Mark 55! Mark 55!
To throw is Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Spot! No! 6-6, pull it high. Come, baby. Woo! Hey, wahoo! Mike 41. Tighten up. Go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They begin this drive with Chubb. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Allen will try again on second down. He's got White here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
On the ready. 41's the mark. Check 41. Let's put him on the buses.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.